Hey there, Jordan D. Piano here. So, for today's video, we will be looking at the third movement of Bruce Faulconer's Piano Concerto. Before we take a listen, I did want to recap on what we already listened to, just a little bit from the first two movements. This way, so we can kind of anticipate what we'll see in the third movement. So, in the first movement, if we remember, or you can just listen back, we had this the C minor opening that was very reminiscent of Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto. I'll try to fake play a little bit of it. Something like that. It's just this really cool piano intro. You have the bass, boom, 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 which reminds me of a lot of what you would hear in, Dragon Ball Z. In that soundtrack. If you compare that to the intro of Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto, you can kind of hear some similarities there. So you have that, C minor, big bass, all these notes in the middle. To me, you can hear the inspiration there. So that's for the first movement. In terms of the second movement, we had this lovely... just this gorgeous melody. And something Bruce Faulconer shared himself was, there's some inspiration here from Chopin's A major prelude. It was one of the first pieces he's ever played. So those first notes for that prelude are, this A in the bass with the C sharp here. You just have that lovely thing here, but those first notes in this piece, you see that? First notes are this, same for the Chopin. And also I hear a little bit of Brahms in there as well, if you've ever listened to the late intermezzos by Brahms. So you kind of have that influence there as well. So from what we've listened to in the previous movements, I think we can say that Bruce Faulconer he's very inspired by the music of the Romantic era, some early, some late Russian Romantic. So I'm really looking forward to what we'll see here in the third movement. So without any further ado, let's take a look. And by the way, this is my very first listen. I have not listened to this yet, just so I can give a authentic reaction for a first listen. Pretty chaotic. Lots of energy. Got the timpani, bum, 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 bum. Tritones. There's a lot of dissonance, a lot of chaos, a lot of energy there. A lot of orchestration, a lot of piano undertones there. Very dissonant melody, too. You're hearing some things from the first movement, these sort of arpeggios. Something different here. Kind of nice interplay of the horns, bump, 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 piano. Ourselves a new character here, new theme. Same sort of rhythmic structure there. Da-dum, da-dum. That we heard in the first theme there. Even though we've pulled down with the energy and the chaos, we still hear that dissonance. It's just a little more intimate, not so expanding. Let's see what happens here. We can hear some resolutions. It's calming down. A new theme. That's pretty. A lot less dissonance there. Sort of, diminished arpeggios. It reminds me a lot of Beethoven there, actually. I feel like for a first listen, there's a lot going on here, and it's the sort of thing where I would love to do second or third listen, give some more commentary there. But kind of hear these rising arpeggios Bruce likes to do. Kind of rise there with the octave in the right hand. There's a piano solo right here. Very Rachmaninoff-like harmonies there. Woodwinds, the horns coming in there after the solo. You don't really hear piano here, so this, the orchestra gets a chance to shine here. Piano comes in a little bit here. Heard a lot of this in the first theme. That interplay, that call and response there. Piano's by itself now. Strings coming in. Beethoven like arpeggios there. using the right and left hand there. Yeah, bravo. A lot of drama, a lot of chaos in there, a lot of dissonance, a lot of calls and responses between the orchestra and the piano. Some moments where you can hear the Rachmaninoff influence, even sometimes with Beethoven. If you've listened to a Appassionata. However that goes. Pretty chaotic. Got the symphony. Boom, boom, boom.